Hello, in this video we are going to show you how to implement Google Analytics for all your analytic. Hello, in this video we are going to show you how to implement Google Analytics using the Cocos helper for Cocos 2D JS, and this is for the iOS side. If you haven't set up the Cocos helper, don't worry, there'll be a link in the description. It's really easy, plus there'll be a separate video covering Android as well. So first of all, what you want to do is go to Google Analytics, and then once you're on there, create a free account. Once you've done that, go to admin, go to property, create new property, and select the type of property you want. So as is a mobile app, so just put a app name. So I'm going to put mobile JS app, industry category games, reporting time zone. I'm just going to put the United Kingdom because that's where I am, and now get tracking ID. And now this tracking ID right here is what we're going to need to put in our code so the actual application can send data to Google Analytics. I'm not going to use this app that I've just created, and you might be wondering why. And the reason is because for real-time data to work, we found that Google Analytics can take up to about 24 hours to get your app fully set up for live data. And as a result, because I've just created this, live tracking probably won't work. So we've got one that was created over 24 hours ago. We just created it so you can see the process. So we're just gonna get this tracking ID right here, and once you've done all that, go to your code, go to the SCH settings file. In here, enable Google Analytics. Next to it, you got comments stating what you need to do in terms of frameworks and any linker flags, which we'll deal with in a moment. I'm going to go down, go to Google Analytics, paste the tracking ID right there. Next, what you want to do is go to the folder you downloaded from GitHub, unzip the Google Analytics folder, and in there copy the framework folder, go to frameworks, paste it here, drag and drop that onto the frameworks folder in Xcode. Make sure your options are set to the same as mine. Click finish, and now once that's done, we just need to basically add all the frameworks and any linker flags. I've basically put them in Sublime Text so I can easily refer to it. So go to your project root, go to build phases, link binary with libraries, and we need to add a few frameworks. So we need core data.framework. We need system config, so system configuration.framework. We need libz.framework, libz.dylib. We need lib sqlite free.framework. And as you can notice, or as you can tell, lib Google Analytics services.a and lib add ID access.a have been added automatically from the Google Analytics framework folder, which is cool. We need the add support.framework, iadd.framework, and game controller.framework. So the only two things that remain are go to linking, other linker flags, and in here click plus, put dash framework, add support. And now also what you want to do is add the lib add ID access.a. You basically need to force load it because sometimes it doesn't work for IDFA. To do that easily, just drag and drop there on. You get the precise root for, precise directory for the lib add ID access file. Just double click that. You need to put dash force underscore load at the start, and now that's it. We are actually all set up. So if we go to our app.js, and now what we want to do is actually use Google Analytics. So if you just go to your sonarframeworks.js file and search for Google Analytics, this is a great way of seeing what each of the plugins have in terms of methods. So what we got here, we got set screen name, which just basically specifies the screen you're on. So main menu screen, game over screen, so you can see where your users are going most often. Then you got set dispatch interval. By default it's set to 120 seconds. Basically every 2 minutes data will be submitted. For a actual released game, that's fine, but for the purpose of this video we'll call this method and set this to 1 second. And we've also got a send event method. So what we're going to do is set screen name. Actually, we'll set dispatch interval first, so copy that, go to app.js, and at the start we're going to do sonar cocos helper dot Google Analytics dot set dispatch interval. I'm just going to set this to 1. And now when I click a button that I've got here, I'm going to do sonar cocos helper dot Google Analytics dot set screen name, and I'm going to set the name as JS screen, and I'm also going to send an event as well. So what we want is sonar cocos helper dot Google Analytics dot send event, and the parameters that the send event method takes are the category, action, label, and value. The value isn't required simply because it's for Android only, so just put 0 there. So we needed just copy and paste this so we got something to reference. I hate the IntelliSense in Xcode and Cocos 2D.js so bad. I don't think it's a Cocos 2D.js issue, I think it's a JavaScript issue. So what we need is a value, so I'm just going to put a 0. We need a category, so this will be like what type of action has occurred. Has a button being clicked, has a screen being visited, so I'm just going to say button is clicked. And then for the actual action you can put, let's say, what button has been clicked. You could say main menu button is clicked, and then label, could add a bit more extra information, and I could put game over. So this could just be specifying that it's on the game over screen. So if we just save this, run this in our application, can actually resize this window now. So once this has generated and build has now succeeded, as you can see it says no pending hits, and the reason it says that is because we haven't triggered anything. We haven't set a screen name, we haven't set or sent any events. Before we actually do that, go to reporting, make sure you're on the right application. So you want to be on Cocos helper tutorial test or mobile app data, go to real time overview, and now what we're going to do is just click this. 1 hit has been sent, and if we look at it, it just tells you some information. So we just set in the screen name, so we're going to click this a few times, and now 3 hits have been sent because we clicked it multiple times, and this was the event. So if we basically just wait now, this will update. Even though it says real time right here, there is a bit of a delay. It's usually like 20-30 seconds. Sometimes for us it's been 1, 2, or even 3 minutes. So it's not quite real time, but for the most part this will suffice. And what else you have is location, which it gets it all itself, the screens, the events, conversion. And if you scroll down, you got audience, and in here you can see more information, and this is basically data from the previous day and days, so forth. So there we go, we got an active screen, and this will get updated in a moment, and you'll say JS screen. There you go, it says JS screen, and we can filter. If we were to click on that, we could filter and just see the statistics and analytics for JS screen. If we just click X on that, go to, so if we were to go screens, you can see all the screen information. Go to location, we can see all the location information, and it's saying United Kingdom, which is where I am. click events, and now as you can see we clicked the button 3 times and it says button is clicked, event action, main menu button is clicked. You might be thinking that there is no label. The label information will appear in the audience section, and this will get updated every 24 hours. So that's how you use Google Analytics in your Cocos 2D.js application. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on sonarlearning.co.uk/questions.php. There'll be a link in the description to the setting up video for Cocos Helper and to Google Analytics. Please rate and subscribe, it does really help. And as usual, thank you for watching and I hope you have a great day.